What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Curtis Zone, where we talk all things action-packed children's programming. I'm your host, Dylan J. Curtis, and as always, remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content here on the Curtis Zone if you want to see more of what we got. Today, we're doing an episode on Majestic Prince, an anime that you probably never heard of, but you probably watched anyway. So, we're going to get started right now with some news, and then we're going to talk about the series itself. Let's get started. The first piece of news from the world of animation, it has been reported that Glenn Powell, who you may remember from Top Gun Maverick, he will be joining the cast of Super Mario Galaxy as Fox McCloud. And it's being rumored that Fox McCloud will get his own solo movie sometime in the near future, between 2027 and 2028. Those are just rumors though, nothing is set in stone. Also, Fox McCloud will be joining Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario in a Smash Brothers movie, which will be releasing soon, depending on the success of Street Fighter. The next piece of news from the world of Netflix, it has been reported that more actors have been casted in the Netflix Gundam series, with Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. This includes Michael Mando, who will be joining the cast of Gundam. However, nothing is being told about story or characters, but we can't wait nonetheless. The final piece of news is this. It has been reported that a live-action Samurai Champloo will be start production very soon, and yours truly has auditioned for a main character role. However, I have not been fully cast yet. Let's hope I do. Now let's get started with this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's start with the non-fiction origin first. Majestic Prince would have its television debut in April 2013, had its final episode in September 2013. The series was developed by Tokyo Animation, but licensed by the Anime Network for English audiences. The series lasted only 24 episodes, but 24 episodes was more than enough for it to last. The entire anime series was a huge success. However, the merchandising for it was not very successful. Though it was very fun to watch, in my opinion. That's enough of the non-fiction origin. Let's get into the fiction origin, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. The original reason for using advanced genetically enhanced children for the world was to explore other planets and make other planets part of the Galactic Alliance. However, when a race of beings known as the Wolgaroo attacked the planet using advanced technology, these children were used as our last line of defense. This leads me to Team Rabbits. Team Rabbits, which consists of Izuru, Asagi, Tamaki, Ki, and Ataru. The team had no choice but to be brought into service, even though their teamwork dynamic is very low. I'm talking they are so bad at teamwork that their commander has described them as having 10 left feet. They were brought into service and given new Oshinbi units known as the MJPs, known as Majestic Prince. The five Oshinbi pilots, or the 5 MJPs, if you will, have been called into service, and they've been given robots or mech suits that match their individual skill sets and as well as amplify them. These forward units are going to be the last line of defense between the Wolgaroo and Earth's destruction. So there you have it, the origin of MJP, the Majestic Prince. Now, with all that said and done, let's talk about important moments. There are only 2 important moments I want to talk about. The first important moment is when we first meet Koriki, who becomes the 6th member of the Team Rabbits. She is a very valuable member. In fact, she's so valued that it's considered an honor to fight alongside her, because her MJ unit used mostly guns, nothing else, just guns. The second important moment is when we find out that Izuru and Asagi are brothers. This comes from the fact that they're both genetically enhanced, which means that their DNA was spliced to make sure that to accommodate anything that's not necessarily should be there. This would mean that their DNA had to be sliced so much that sometimes some other DNA gets mixed in there, which means that they are brothers.
Everything loud and clear, but nobody's listening. I got a heart full of pain.
Now let's talk about my favorite moments. I have 3 favorite moments for everybody. Alright, my number 1 favorite moment is in episode 5, when the MJP units would go inside of a Wolgaroo base to plant a bomb and destroy the whole thing. This is impressive because it reminded me a lot of an old sci-fi movie that I once loved. I still forget the name of it, but it was so fun to see it. This episode was impressive because it showed how the MJP units, Team Rabbits, works together when they're trying to keep each other alive. My second favorite moment is when Izuru Kusaragi will go up against a general in the Wolgaroo army who was wearing an all-white armor. The fight itself was so amazing because it was at a high speed through space. They were shooting lasers at each other, swinging blades at each other. It was awesome to see it. I doubt anyone would disagree that was an awesome battle. My final favorite moment I want to talk to you guys about is when we first see Koroki's armor. The armor itself is mostly guns and blades, and it flies at a higher speed than the rest of them, and it doesn't need all the other accessories that I'm going to talk about in powers and abilities later. I thought that the armor was pretty impressive itself, and she herself reminds me a little bit of an MMA fighter, but that's just me talking. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part, powers and abilities. The powers and abilities of the Majestic Prince are as follows. They are pilots, which means they have enhanced reflexes and enhanced timing as well. They are incredibly fast, they are incredibly strong, but it's where their mech units are where things get a little bit crazier. Each unit has its own ability and skill based on the pilot. You have the Red 5 unit, which has all sorts of guns. It's piloted by Izuru. You have the Yellow unit, which has only guns. It is Sniper unit. You have the Blue unit, the Blue 2 unit, which is the Vanguard, the second in command, which has a samurai sword and all sorts of guns as well. You have the Purple unit, which looks like a giant satellite with guns with laser blasters on it. It's mostly used for strategy, planning, and surveillance. And finally, the Pink unit, which has the ability of high-speed flight, and it's mostly used for shielding to shield all the others through hyperspace. Each unit has its own ability and is powered by a different person, but that doesn't mean that they don't need to work together. They need to work together in order to utilize these units. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the Curtis Zone. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to leave a request for a history of episode or any episode period, put it in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you, okay? Next episode is going to be a lot of fun. It's an episode that was requested to me by somebody, so let's wait for that, shall we? I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'll see you soon. Peace.